Hello and welcome to JB 3D Tutorials. Today we'll be making a 3D crate where we will go through the whole process from getting the images off Google all the way to the final render. So let's get started. Basically, start off by going to, spell that correctly, going to Google, going to images, finding the image you want or the box that takes your fancy. I'm just going to do a simple box for this tutorial because it's basically just to show you the fundamentals of Maya. And yeah, you want to download this, just right click save as image, and I've saved it already. And then that'll be your reference for your 3D model. Okay, so we're going to Maya. Make sure you've got your grid up. Just there if you haven't got one. You don't have to have it. I just think it's kind of a nice thing to have because it's like a basic floor. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger. To select all the things at once, just click on the first one and then hold shift and you'll get a highlight of all of them. And I'm going to go for 4 just because it makes it a bit bigger. Okay, to start with, we are going to try and make that image a bit bigger. That's what we're going to do. No, that's not working. Come back. There we go. We will basically cut out these grooves, but we don't really cut out in 3D, we extrude. So what you want to do is click on the model, go to faces. Okay, so you want to select all the faces. You can do that by left clicking and holding shift, or seeing that it's just a box this time and nothing too complex, just left click and drag and that will select all the faces. Make sure you rotate around it by holding Alt and left click to make sure you have everything selected. And then you want to go to extrude. If you're on the modeling tab and have this selected here, modeling and polymodeling, if you don't want surfaces, make sure you're not in surfaces and getting confused because they're a different type of, they'll still do the same I think, but polymodeling is the easier one for now and it's what you need, whereas surfaces is just a different style of modeling. So we hit extrude, which is also here, and then as you can see it goes black and we get a new function we can do that with, but for some reason, oh, that's why, because they are one face, I imagine. Okay, it's not much play. Basically, because it is one shape and I just extrude the whole thing, it's thinking, well, we are one shape, so it doesn't make any sense. Why are you extruding all of us in one go? We just scale us up. So if we change this to faces off, faces together, so they're not connected anymore, they're their own separate identity, we can now manipulate every face just by doing that. But I'm going to go back a couple steps until that's gone. There we go, try again. Just make sure I haven't extrude. There we go, see, no extrusion on. Hit extrude, turn it off. If you click on that, it will give you the scale in the middle of the smart tool, and there we go. That is the basic shape of this outer wooden support, I guess you could call it, for the crate. And then if if you hit extrude again, and this time we'll just use the move buttons, no scaling. There you go. That is the inbox. It's quite simple really. And then to come out of that, we've got that. And then hit F to keep it together so you can see it. And there you see we have the basic shape. So for the next part, in 3D, it's not the best idea to have one line on the shape, because nothing in the real world is, I don't know, 90 degrees. It's easy enough to say. Nothing in the real world is 90 degrees and so sharp that it's one line. So basically, if you look ever so carefully, you can see even there it is smoothed off, is the easiest way to say, especially wood, because wood is not notoriously sharp in any way, is it? Unless you make a steak or something. So basically, we need to make a bevel. And how you make a bevel is you click on the lines you want to bevel. We'll probably do 2 bevels here and a bit of redrawing, because some of it needs to be beveled, but we're going to have a hard time, especially in the corners. So yeah, we'll just need to go around and select them all. So it's a bit tedious, this part. Sometimes you can get away with just double clicking. You see how that one just lit up then? That is sometimes the way, but sometimes it isn't. Like, you can do it on these types because it's like, it is a loop, so it works, but because this is its own face, it gets confused and doesn't want to loop. So if you double click, it'll be like no. So you have to do it that way. Yeah, there we go, almost there. Actually, we probably can get away with doing that. We'll try it that way. If not, then we'll have to redraw it, and because we want this one to all be the same thickness as it. So yeah, if we draw, there we go. We'll get there. It can get to your hands after a while, this type of stuff. Sometimes you can have one that is a bit funny, so you have to zoom in extra just to hopefully get it working, and that's everything. Just making sure. Oh, we're going to have to select all. As you can see, it's trial and error. It might be easier to select it all. And then this little tool here is called Bevel. You can also find it in Edit Mesh and Bevel, funnily enough, and it will give you more options if you click on the square. And then you can preset it to say you want this, this and this, but the easiest way I found it, click on Bevel, and then as you can see, you get all these lovely points on this as well, and also all these options here. And put the segments up to 2. As you can see, they're squares, and they're squares, and all happy. And if you lose it, and you go, oh no, I've lost it, but I need to change it, you can click on the inputs, as long as you're in the attribute editor, the channel box. And you click on that, click on the channel box, and it'll appear, as long as there's a blue little halo around it. And then go down to Bevel, and you've got all the options here. And if you middle mouse button it, you can adjust it. See? And we just undo this because we don't want to do that. And then if we do just a bit tighter, because, and you can already see it in the renderer, or in the window, sorry, how it catches the light compared to what it used to look like when it was just a box. So it's just this isn't the right one, but I'll do it like this quickly. You can see the difference. There you go. See how that box is all harsh lined there, whereas this is nice and soft, and it catches the light bounce and the rays. Makes life a lot easier in the long run, trust me. Especially when you're trying to render it and it's not looking the way you want it to look, because that harsh line is there, and you don't have to go edit that in Photoshop. It's a whole world of hurt, that is. Okay, and then the next, that's it for this one. Oh, stay again. That's it for this tutorial. In the next one we will go over UV mapping and texturing. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please drop me a subscribe and a like. It'd be much appreciated, and it'll help my channel grow. Thank you very much. Bye.